Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. We're here in 202, and man, are things ever getting weird. So Cao Cao, for some reason, thinks that we're a threat to him. Pay no attention to all the green. But anyway, he is rolling up, I mean deep, on Liu Bei here. Now, if I was controlling this army, I would definitely win if I re-rolled it a couple of times. I mean, Zhao Dun is like a fighter, right? But the rest of these guys are just dudes. Merely dudes. Oh, Jianwei, you know. But, I mean, in this army, you know, but what we need to do is push forward, because, I mean, there are, after all, an insurmountable number of foes there. So, these guys are in our coalition. Our coalition does span everywhere around Cao Cao, so we just need to get things in line. Now, I was going to go over here and get Zhonglu out of the way, but I now feel that that is not a wise plan, because it'll be the end of the year and we'll be up there, and then by the end of the year we'll be back. But we need to be in a position so Cao Cao thinks, oh, maybe don't do it. You know, maybe give him some time. And the way to do that is to look at the prestige we need. We need 27 prestige. How best to achieve this? If we push this for 3k, right, boom, alright, now we need 17 prestige. We get 10 prestige for doing this up. Unlocks the resource either way. One gives us slightly more. Income from trade agreements. Pushing it through would cost a lot. Let's look around for other things that might be more pushable. Like here, if we do this for 4k, right? And that gets us no more prestige at all. Ouch. We need 13 more. Can we get it? I mean, we've got a bunch of money. We can rush one of the things here, right, for another 10. We'll just cancel that. Admin office, rush it. It's not actually that expensive, right? And then we can get... We only now need 3 more. Alright, what's the place we most would want to hold on to? This one? This is already at the max. 4k is a lot. I mean, it isn't, but we want to get like a couple of armies spun up like right now, so it's like the only time we have to care. Yeah, that's very expensive. That's very expensive. There's got to be somewhere in here. But that would be 8k, but you know, there was one for 4 in here, right? Boom, baby. There we go. We do want him to do it. Also, good evening, Luke. There we go. Our power increases. Rank up. The Duchy. Alright, now we have got... Do we go to 8? I mean, why not, right? We have enough assignments. Trade agreements are only a little bit of money. 3 spies is honestly 3 times as many as we're usually using for anything. More admins would be... Oh, we could actually get more admins anyway. It'd give us a big public order thing there. Oh, if you get to max... Alright, so what do we lose here? We get 50% charge bonus. But if we do this, we get income from all sources. But I think tributaries is different. But anyway... Public order faction wide. You get double character experience for this, but yeah, I feel like the armies is the way to go here. We do want to spin up, because, okay, so where do 8 armies is like a good amount. So we'll want another one over Nanmen Wei, right, obviously. And then one in the center of the south, and then like another one to press somewhere else that's not just like defending would be okay there. And then in the Central Plains, you know, we've got Liu Biao up at the top. And then Huangzhong, we would want one, center near where Chen was at, right? And then like to come in the other way and over Ruyang Wei, right? No. Runan? Anyway, and then come in through the top where the wooded area is there in that upper province there. So I mean, right now we just need to spin up like a couple. But I feel like taking... If we want another army, we'll want another army far more than we'll want like another administrator, right? Although... If we just put... We have 3 more points, so if we just put it in the admin thing, then we get public order out of it. That's something. Huzzah! The Duchy of Jing. No, the Duchy of Chu. Okay. We are the Duchy of Chu. The Refuge of Gentlemen. And the next thing is to become an Emperor of China. Well, yeah. So how do we do this? We have to leave the coalition, but then he would be mad about that, but... Yeah, he won't be that mad. So we need to leave the coalition so that we can absorb him, right? He barely gets mad about it. And the other guys in the coalition are hardly... That was an orange taste Jing. Yeah, I guess that is the root of the ideas for their names. You know, they didn't name them after themselves. We leave the coalition. Sorry, buddy. Oh, we can't... You can't confederate till... Well... Do we just snap him up, take him, pay him whatever, Confederation has the Kingdom of... Because we can just give him stuff and then confed him. Is that what we do? Vassalize him now. Yeah, so we will offer him some food. We don't want to give him the guarantee, of course, because we're not going to. We're not going to not confederate him, so we're not going to tell him that we won't either. Here's a statue of Confucius.
那就如此吧。
Take that, Cao Cao. You know, and the thing is he left the coalition, and then I left the coalition, and... Alright, marvelous. Now that we're out of the coalition, and you know, the other people want to get into it with us. Alright, he barely wants to marry her away. It says he's very food poor, but he doesn't care. This one's not worth forcing through, I don't think. Not for right now. Because we actually need this money to spin up armies, like, right the now. Speaking of, we will get... this Qing recruitment hub. We want to get this army here, yeah, because this army is the strongest one at the front, so we can go ahead and be... in comparison to... I see. Well, then... yes, we do have an embarrassment of riches. Alright, so this army... we'll just get Qingpu out here, right? There's our base. There's our heavy hitter who's got some levels. Who are the other people in it? Alright, so who's gonna be here? Strategist is just gonna be that level. Alright, we're gonna... Qingzhu, he's off on assignment. Alright, so we're just gonna cancel that. Because he's already level 6, so obviously he belongs here. Oh, he's already coming back home. Well. There we go, and then... oh, and because we got to be the duchy, we get our own unique infantry thing. And, you know, they're pretty good. But maybe you can get these when you're like a lower level. Or maybe, you know, like maybe they're like purple for everybody else because these Imperial Guards are better, right? Right. But anyway, we... oh, no, really? Oh, sick. So, Qingpu's got Handmaid Guard, which have the guard buff on them. It's Chu Blade Masters from the recruitment thing. Oh, Chu Spearmen. Oh, you're right. You are right. But they get turned on by being the duchy, because that wasn't there a turn before. Yeah, that's what it is. The duchy recruitment works through these things. You don't get the discount for them. Because that's definitely the same building, and that's definitely new. But maybe it's just there. Maybe it was always here. No, it says Jing-Chu Recruitment Hub. That's 1,000,000% a new word. But Good stuff. All right. So, and then we're gonna get what? A cavalry person, a cavalry person. Which one? I mean, Huo Jun is already level 4. That's pretty desirable, right? I don't know if this guy's a spy. And Zhuge Zhuan is old, right? Oh, right, and somebody could be prime minister. Well, we're gonna have to think about that too. In the meantime, let's save real quick. This video is gonna be a lot of talking.
我绝不动摇。
Sorry, you know, this game is super engaging for that. You know, coming from Total War Warhammer as my whole background. You know, as a map game, it's not so much of a much, is it? But this is really nice. Alright, do we want to build the buildings this turn? No, we need to think about these armies. Alright, so that one's spinning up here. Yeah, well, if we can get... Yeah, because those guys are available at rank 3. Okay. And those are very clearly almost as good as the guys that you're getting at a slightly higher rank than that. So his guys will be together, and of course we've got our great replan. Alright, so let's get other army, the army of holding down Runan. And speaking of, let's get some guys up here. You know, we might be fighting here. Probably up here, but might be down here. And then here we'll be able to get Huo Jun, who is the guy who gets very cheap militia. So, you know, that'll be nice because cheap militia for a potential holding force or whatever is good. But we'll probably give him a couple big things too. All right, so the other things. All right, why not? Well, Duplicitous Mastermind, that's the guy with Brilliant. That's the one we want. He's on assignment. We'll get him next turn too. Okay. And it was ending then. Alright, so that's 2 Filial and Corrupt that are rolling out. We'll want to get somebody else on that. I'm sure we have somebody that can do that assignment out there. Hey! Aphid Lord. Ignore the profile picture where I can very barely see it at all. It's a tiny little thing on the screen, so all I saw was that it was different. But I'll ignore it. Except all the attention that I've already called to it just now. Mwahaha. Anyway, so the third hero here. You know, purple or green, right? You know, why not? Why not this guy? You know, he's brought in as the the hostage, you know, and why not give him a chance to shine? Well, because this says enables night battles. Anyway, I'm not sure where that's coming from. We'll deal with it later. I think that's if they're in charge of it, right? Yeah. Well, she could be in charge of it. And having night battle already would be okay. Alright, so we just need to figure out what we're doing here. The other thing is we could get like one of the Sun family. Is one of them like real good at fighting? This guy's called the Sharpened Blade. You know, because getting one of them out is nice too. Well, he's yellow though, right? Well, it looks... Yeah, I'm like, we don't have any... Yeah, sort by rank. That's what we should have been doing all along. Alright, so... I mean, I guess we could just get the Grand Commandant out here, right? He's got him in resolve, though, and he's one away from tenacity. Well, why not him? Why not Wenping? He's already level 5. And, you know, green's good. Because Liu Jian is the choice, yes. That's what we'll do. Yeah. And we'll give somebody a title that lets them get night battle, maybe. Or we'll put the commander in the other hands. This guy can't do night battle. It's all the way up there. Yeah. Oh, of course, he's on assignment too. Well. I'm like, alright, who isn't busy? Liu Fei, you make it. You're in charge. We'll lose the replenishment, but with our faction wide, it's pretty okay. And then we're waiting for the strategist there. Alright, there's 2 of the armies. Handmaid guard's got to stay, of course, and then he's gonna get Cao Ren. Marching to battle under our banners would be appropriate, after all. He hasn't been working with us that long. He's probably out doing something. He's out doing something. So we cancel Cao Ren's as well. Because even though he'd need like a lot of levels, I mean, we're about to be fighting, right? Lose some money there. And we're like... Getting over to this branch here. I think we can just do it next time. And then, of course, the Blast Furnace for 6% armor and 6 AP damage, which is just craziness. And it's going to happen, like, as at the timing push, like, right when we need it to.
保持原样。
Alright, so what we want to do now is... do we just wait in our allies' lands here?
一鼓作气。
Alright, so we need to spin up another army up here. Yeah, I mean, here at Ling Ling seems like it would be a fine enough spot. Although Changsha's the more important one, and then we can just... well, we've got this army right here. So a more forward thing is better, because I don't think they're going to come in all the way this way. Not least because they'll have to go through his land, and are they... never mind, they're in the same team. But yeah, let's get one here at Ling Ling. Let's just push one out. What are we gonna get? Who is eligible? I'm like, we need to get these low-level people onto missions. Liu Pan, you know, he can come back and redeem himself here.
廉洁奉公，忍受苦难。土地无人，好比人之无魂。
And we'll bring this one to the south.
保持镇定。
And Qin Yu, you're good enough for this.
敬意
All right.
神。 力求上进。
Alright, and then next turn we're going to be able to go to the... no, those are both at level rank 6, so these guys are not going to be getting them yet. It's fair, you know, if we were at home we'd be able to get those good units from the Jingchu thing, so that makes sense too, you know, they're better over there. But we're just going to leave both of these guys as axes? Yeah, why not? Couple of cataphracts here, and then... I don't really love the Jian Sword Guards. I don't feel like they do the work right. Because they're not quite evasive enough to want to give it up. So we're just going to go 4 katas, and then... couple more spears. Although, really, maybe... you know, why not a couple more archers? No, spears is fine. We're gonna have some brawlers here. You know, we got this guy. He's gonna inherit... well, not that sword. Obviously not that sword. These, though. Like, Liu Pan, we don't really want him to inherit that sword either. You know, we'll work it out. We'll probably put him in charge of the army before too long, because he's the one that gets the thing. Alright, yeah, and then we'll just go across the top with him, I guess. Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's all fine.
属下在此。
And now I think we're almost out of money. No, just like for the turn, not like forever. Although this will put a dent in us, right? But, you know, we're gonna dent it even further next turn. Because we have like 4 more sets to put in. But if we go to be like... You can always get rid of an army if you're like, oh man, I don't need it anymore. And then you can bring it right back later with some mustard on it. We need to figure out who the Prime Minister will be, right? Now, we know Sun Chun would be a great choice, right? Just like... And, you know, and... It is a great choice. We don't have to necessarily think too much about, like, literally what... Oh my god. 10% replenishment from Liu Zhu? If he's Prime Minister, heir, or faction leader? Well, this is the guy who's married... This is the guy who's married to the girl who gives us all 10% replenishment. Unless somehow her being married to him kicked it on. That is a lot. Yeah. 5 faction support plus 10% replenishment and all that. I mean, I do love replen. And it would be the difference between making our son the poet into, you know, the Prime Minister, or... Yeah. It does make more... You know... internal sense for a nepotism sort of thing, you know. It doesn't make a lot of sense for the Prime Minister to be a 19-year-old anyway. But they've got good traits. Like, what could be better than that? I mean, I know there's tons of stuff better than that. You know, he would give us 54% faction-wide character experience. Maybe we could do that, right? Because that's not nothing. 50% more experience is rather a lot. And here we get, 5% replenishment and 13 satisfaction. Hardly big enough. Guerrilla deployment faction-wide, right? That's very cool. Oh, God. Are we really gonna make... Oh, God. I guess we're gonna make Gan Ning the... I mean, how do we not? That's 25% ammo for all ranged units. I mean... That one's hard to say no to. That one's real hard to say no to, even if he is a pirate. Treasure hunter. Yeah, and movement range. That's... And still faction support. Yeah, that's... It's real good, isn't it? Am I going to see something more attractive than ammunition and movement? I don't even theoretically think that I know what that is. Obviously, Gan Ning is our new prime minister. Because, I mean, the replen, that's great, but we already have, like, so much replenishment, right? That 10% is already, like, a zound. I feel like... more movement, it's got to be this. It's got to be this, because that ammo, that's going to let us win these fights, where we're running out of ammo. We're going to, because that, like, we're looking at, like, 40-50% more ammo than we're supposed to have in every army. It's very good. All right. And now we just need to save the game again, because I am traumatized. No, because this is a long and very important turn. Alright, so we're building a tower there. We've already got one here, and... Like, do we want to improve the tower projectiles? Maybe. It's like, is you moving better than them not moving? That's what you gotta pick. But anyway, here we go. These guys are doing great. And when we return... No, it's not over yet. We still have to... Third one here. We're not 100% sure if this dude's gonna be having, things for fire arrows or not in his army. But alright, yeah, so sweet. We have admin spots available. Alright. This guy is the one who is awesome at administering things. Look at all that public order and stuff. And the other ones are like the partial. We don't want to send them into one that's like... Well, no, like that's still... Alright, here we go. We can see all the little pictures. Sun Chuan makes people unhappy when he's there. This... Alright, Chengpu... Well, I mean, ideally you would have an admin who is not gonna have an army, right? And one that gets, you know, food, because this is a food place, not a other kinds of worry place. Juga had some nice public order here. We don't need that though. We need foods. Who had it? Yeah, I guess we'll put Qingpu here. Look, if he's good at it, he's good at it, right? And yeah, we'll put this Sun Kid in control down here. This dude, I saw this trade earlier. It like gives us satisfaction just for him existing. It's like anti-good looking. He's just like such a diplomat that everyone's like, wow. I'm like, where's... I have no idea where he is. It doesn't matter. Oh, because the turn that you send them there, they always disappear. Yeah, anyway. And we get to the end of the turn. Amazing. I mean, not bad. 40-minute turn. I mean, it was all very important, right? There's a lot of thinking, a lot of admin. I don't wanna brag, but no, I did not do the thinking for this here. I did it at work when I was supposed to be paying attention to work. I mean, while I was paying the required amount of attention to work. Liu Bei wants us to fight against Huangong. Well, guess we will. This is like way over there, but you know, hey, we had the ability to vassalize this guy, so we did. Li Zhu declared war on Ma Teng. Ah, well. Good thing we've got these armies, right? Because Hu Mao is now spinning up a fight as well here. You know, for all that I'm like preparing for Cao Cao, we've got all of this coalition as well, so there you go. A very vengeful rebel. They work for us now, and so do they, and of course that means that we're in a happier position here, and now we can just, with this army, I think Tongji is going to get popped just by, like, general people happening. Alright, let's... Oh, yeah, we're actually... Oh, I'm like, how affordable are these armies? We didn't really put them together. And she has fire arrows, so we need at least one Archer of Jing there, because I'm pretty sure the strategist that we're going to get here is not going to have them. Yes, the duplicitous mastermind. Welcome to the army. He's just level 5. He'll be level 6 soon enough, but... Until that happy day, it is time to Archers of Jing it up. And, of course, he did go the bottom line, not the top line, and we will hit Wisdom of the River and loop around. And And she gets to run the army. Liu Bei, of course, she is sweet-natured, pure-hearted, and the commanding general of this army. She's got a bodyguard. She's, of course, she's married to Liu Pan, that's right. I'm like, she was a diplomatic marriage with somebody. It was very important when we did it, but yeah. So we'll get the night battle from her, and the fire arrow, which with one archer, fire arrow is enough for our purposes for most applications, right? And then, man, if only we had her back over at home for recruitment. This is, this is bad choices. There's still time. Nah, we can work it out. And she can take up... Oh, like, she doesn't even have very good armor at all. Alright, yeah, we need to get some unique armor for her. It's like maybe we give this to him. And we give the blue blade to her. Qingpu needs a weapon. Well, this will go a treat on him, won't it? And, of course, since he's the, the premier general of the South that's in our forces, it makes sense for him to hold on to it, until Sunren is ready to receive it. Oh, the food production was because of that, not any other thing. Of course it was. We can give him the old Wuhan stallion that we got off the other guy, and now it's time for him to get his crew, right? Which was going to be Cao Ren. And were we going to supercharge this army? We don't have to, because we can still... We can give Qingshu to a different army and give them trebs, but if this is going to be, like... go in to fight, yeah, we might as well. Because if this is going to be an army that goes to fight against Wei, then we're going to need a real army. And Qingshu has been going on assignment for ages. He has been dreaming about this. And, oh, he's just level 4. I'm like, why can't we? I keep on learning over and over again. Whoops. Alright, so we're going to keep the tiger cubs, and then... Oh, this is a tiger and leopard cavalry. I guess we'll keep them too. Yeah, because they have crazy high morale. Although, everyone in this army does. And he gives range damage to the owner. Man, all of our stacking bonuses are coming together quite nicely here, aren't they? And, of course, his bow remains on him. Oh, you can get, like, a better sword and wood? This is a refined sword and shield, which, I mean, is awesome. I mean, like, this is really good for strategists, right? Just in general, that is solid. What we want to do here is give him a bow, of course, of course. And now we're broke again. But that is okay. Because this army is spun up, and this is good because, well, of course we are at the border with Cao Cao, and we're just gonna keep on moving in, right? What's he gonna be like? Sending me a strongly worded letter?
真喜讯也。
They'll be spun up, and of course, like, we're not gonna have any more surprise money costs, and this army is ready to go, except for this peasant band, which is trash. Alright, our favor's quite high, so we can afford... Prefer you didn't well, wait till Federation. That would be better. I guess... Because Cao Cao is now gonna, like, be spinning off his armies and doing something else, probably attacking Yuan Shao, I imagine, right? Because he's not in our coalition anymore.
大人请坐。
Speaking of... Oh, yeah, there we go. A trade agreement. Now we can get there. Like, have this weird military axe and this, There we go. And who does this make mad? Oh, like everybody. Is it anybody that we don't like, though? It tanks the Duchy of Song, who has positive relations with us. It mainly just upsets people that are far away. I think it'll be good because otherwise, what? Cao Cao just swallows them up right now. And here, you know, we've got... Oh, well. There you go. The good news is we kind of know where his armies are, and we are kind of ready for it. The bad news is... It's showtime, baby. Liu Bei is kind of not at home, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, are we kicking off. But, I mean, of course, we're over here, and all of these armies are going to be, you know, rolled up and ready, just a couple of turns, and Liu Biao, of course, we did turn around just in time. I think marching here is appropriate because I just don't think they're going to reach me in time. Do we want to march up here? What's the worst that would happen? I mean, I don't think there's that much of a benefit by making a reckless move like that. And Liu Biao is not even supposed to be in control of this army anymore, right? Yeah, it's the boy that is in command, and that gives us more visibility. Yeah, because of the old spy master. Yeah. I mean, why shouldn't she have fear and discipline? You know, the refined one's actually quite decent, and it gives you a bunch of melee evasion, too. I mean, this is really good for strategists, isn't it?
正气如火，熊熊不息。
Like, I can't get enough of these refined sword and shields now that I've looked at them a little bit.
冲啊！ 力求上进，汇报一下，来了之后都发生了些什么？
You know, at least we got the armies spinning up before that happened. Because it'll take Cao Cao like one turn to turn around. Liu Bei makes landfall over here.
共夺荣耀。 很高兴足下能够满意。
The thing is, though, is we know Cao Cao has been away from home for a bit. How good is his military supply setup? It's about to be winter, and now he's got a lot more enemies around him than maybe he was planning on. And all of our vassals, you know, they're going to be raring to go at these lands. You know, they've been eyeing them for a while. All right, so Shi is gonna get into the fight again. Well, that's okay, because we're around. Man, Liu Bei. Everybody hates you. Be alright.
你我言语轻快如流。
Look, you're paying me from your family estates. And we get a huge hit to that. Liu Nu has been born unto us. Glorious day. Biao is a hermit. Terror of the Umbral, eh? Just did a textbook Mongol battle. Decisively superior shores with an entirely covered force. Beautiful. You know, when you make it work, it feels so good. Making 9k a turn now. That is not like a terrible place to be in for what we see here. This pass is not like germane to invading over here. But what we want to do, oh yeah, look at that movement, baby. That's great. We're just gonna move in right now and take this. This is perfect, you know. We'll take the favor hit. We're not that low on favor yet, you know. And just roll in here because we know that this is like the spot. Right. Right here at Liangjin. This is where you could fight. And with our, look at how massive our line of sight is with the plus 50 from the trait, right? Or the level up thing, not the trait. The clarity. It's clarity plus clarity. So it's clarity plus spy mastered. I think they all stack. But anyway, so that's why we can see this far away, which is amazing. That is so much freaking visibility. Because now, okay, where are they going to come from this way? We know from experience that it takes 4 freaking ever to walk down this way. And, you know, we're, the lands up here are mostly gate passes, right? Cao Cao's not making any money from being up here, and everything he has up there is only an inconvenience. Liu Yong is just level 3, so, like, if we get into the cookie jar here, and we are pretty close to feasting on cookies already.
路径明晰。
Because, you know, Cao Cao's got a lot of armies up here, but they're all up here, and that means they're quite far, you know, from us. And maybe, yeah, never mind. The Emperor loves him. Like, he's totally fine. We just need to make sure that we're 652 versus 2,000 something. 52 catch. Nice. Alright, and what we want to prioritize right now is just getting people out and doing stuff that are level 1, because at level 2 we can just give them a bunch of Jing archers, right, and then they can fake their way to something. But at level 1, you know, they're really hurting us, you know, in the abstract. So Sun Quan will be here to rehabilitate the criminals. And she will exercise the government authority and pedophilial and incorrupt here, why not? It's not really important to do, but you know, we're just tossing them out there. Alright, so do we want to go over here to Badong now? With this army? We don't really need another army over here. Not really, with this one here and this one here. Uniting the West far faster than you're used to. Only turned 13, and you're already the furthest here. That's awesome! Well done. Alright, our allies continue to be okay.
那就快点吧。
Shulong here. Nope. Like, come on, man. Work for me again. Things were good. You can marry your heir to someone, not in my family, obviously. We're already directly married, but... So, if you have hostages... Oh, I love this. If you have hostages that aren't in your noble house, right, you can marry them into other noble houses because, like, you're in control of them, but it still counts as a diplo marriage. Well, he doesn't want to do that. He really doesn't want to marry another daughter off to the sons of all people. Fair enough. Oh, it's just, they're just related to me? I see. Probably through the Yuan family or something, you know. One of the other sons went out there into the world and... You know, actually, let's not get him. That's a silly thing. This dude's already betrayed us. I mean, it's not like he did badly like some of our vassals. Like, he, like, you know, declared war on us. And he's an enemy of the Han, which was reckless. Oh yeah, Gan Ning is now the Prime Minister. Which means we should give him Prime Minister type stuff. Win a battle where one of your generals personally kills 600 more soldiers. I can't believe... I've gotten like 590 so many times. We just need to... Alright, next time Liu Chi is aiming for 600. Yeah, we're gonna give him the general of the front for the hit chance for the army. Yeah. But really, there might be a cooler one. Yeah, we'll just give hit to the whole army. Why not? Yeah, because Liu Cong's already doing that. Alright, yeah. So these are the faction-wide ones, which... we're not terribly likely to get any of these, but eventually they could happen. We could just name the general chariot and cavalry. This is like a classic thing to name people. You know, that's like not that prestigious, but it's still pretty prestigious. You know, I don't think that ambushing is worth it. I think actually here, you know, why not just move forward? I don't think he's home, you know. I don't think he's anywhere in here. I think that's how his general chariots cavalry. Oh, nice. I mean, it wasn't like I just remember seeing like all the time that like somebody gets named that, you know. It's like it's not nonsense, but it's like they did absolutely, you know, a lot of the titles feel a little silly to me, you know, just because I don't come from that background, I guess. It's like, you know, you read in the text, is like, was named the general of the front. And I mean, I guess it's the same as being, you know, controller of whatever thing, you know, and the guy that pacifies the South. You know, when people hear the title, it means, you know, a lot of prestige for you. Yellow turbans there, gross. Alright. Lu Kong's going up there. I think Qingpu we just send this way, right? To, make landfall at Bedong and smack him around. 35% replenishment. Gotta love it. You are given no choice but to love it. And our sort of like template army-ish is about 4,000 each, which is a very awesome number when your overall income. It's more than that. Alright, there, and we need to just roll in where? To Hunan? Yeah. Because I don't think he's going to come in this way, and otherwise, you know, because well, maybe Qingpu doesn't need to go over here, right? Because if we just make sure that he doesn't get in this way, then from right here, I mean, he's in such a bad way. What's he gonna do? March home in the winter? Yeah, he's out of supplies. He's probably out of supplies on like all of his armies. Yeah, we really messed him up. We really messed him up with this war. We'll just have to see how badly we can crunch him. You know, he wasn't ready for it. He was just super mad at me for all the nonsense we've been pulling. And, you know, he couldn't believe that I was trying to... Because after we got Liu Bei, right, you know, that was snapping one part, you know. He left the coalition and then wanted to declare war on it, and then we just, like, brought him into us, you know. How outrageous. But he's gonna have to get over it. I'll help him. I'll help him get over it. guess going to the public order is good, because, like, then you get to raise your taxes. Alright, so we're, like, broke again, but not, like, in a bad way. This is a Yu recruitment hub now for impetuous lancers and Yuchu diehard warriors. Very metal names. And that was this one here that we couldn't access earlier, but good deal. And here we can either start, I mean, we could start taxing people, and that might be a good idea. And of course they don't cost anything. So if we have a slot, then, you know, why not? Alright, alright. And of course, Liu Chi just got Roar also, which is so good. I mean, like, if I just play right, big if, but like with this block and a Roar, you know, of course we need to... We need to get Yuan and Yang up there eventually, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna try to rearrange the army. When there's a time, you know, we're gonna spin Liu Chi off and they'll be in an army together. They're just 32, you know. There's plenty of time. Man, you know, Dong Tuna, whenever he was doing well. Shit, he pulled up Shamoka. That's craziness. Well, you know, maybe when they fragment down, we can pull Shamoka out of the pool. But probably not. Alright, so she's back there. Like, honestly, I think, like, if we cede some of this land, I mean, not cede, that's not the right word. We don't give up the land, but, you know, if some of it goes away, you know, what are you going to do? You know, we'll try to build our towers. And, I mean, with these minor factions, you know, they're hardly, like, such punchy things that they'll be able to just, like, overrun it, right? Right. And ambushes count against you for Imperial favor, but look, if we don't get at it, then what better place in here, what better time than now, right? So the Chu spearmen are like unshielded. They're just like, okay, so you get evasion and drop a little bit of armor, but you get AP rather than the G, and bigger bonus versus cavalry. I see. Well, you know. Jing it is. And we still need a second treb there, but that'll be okay. You know, if only my greed for vassals. No, I'm pretty sure with this happening, it's basically as good as it could have been for me. Especially if these armies are able to harry Cao Cao's forces on the way out. Because we're going to be able to crunch them, and, you know, they got overextended. And it's about to be winter, and they're already out of supplies. Might do a whole video without a battle. I'm having the most fun. I love this mod. You know, you're right. You're always right, Luke. You're always right about the mods. Forgot about. Yeah, well, we turned around. Man, Liu Bei keeps on getting us into these wars. I shouldn't have picked him up, but I'm greedy, right? Oh my goodness. You know, it's fine. You understand? Good. Glad to hear it. Release the Damned River. It lowers our melee damage and speed, probably for the whole army. That's okay. Ah, they liberated Zhonglu. Well, and Zhurong declared on him. Man, everyone's making their moves, right? Is he... Yeah, get reliability. Because if we do this, like, is it worth... I mean, maybe, because... I mean, sure, it's a lot of food, but we're fine on food. Because really, it's just like an unwanted distraction. If they hate you, they don't approve of marriage. I see. Well, he is so hostile that even if we push it through, he'd probably still hate us. Zhang Chao is still looking for a place, right? Alright, okay. Oh, my man hits level 7. Wisdom of the River. Pretty nice. Like, they get super tuned up there. We barely lose any favor. Totally worth it, right? 3, that's fine. Coming in here. Because we have so much replen that, you know, just taking the auto and getting there, I mean, it's fine. All we gotta do is hold on, right? And then it's totally amazing. Swap this over, because now, I mean, that was a level 7 city, right? And, interesting. Ideally, we won't have to go far to go straight to king. Yeah, you know, we've already picked up some prestige here. Yeah, we mousetrapped him pretty good, right? And happily, Chengpu is right where we need him to be. We're gonna move to ambush, like, right here. And just hope that he, you know, moves out across into us. Because our favorite 73, I mean, that's so good. Yeah, and I'm like, and if we're taking these cities, the last thing we want to do is be trading away these for vassalage to someone who hates us already. When there's so many nice vassals here, because, okay, yeah, he took this, but this guy, you know, he was a very useful vassal, Yuan Shao, because he allowed this to all happen. Liu Bei went to sea, which is never a good move, but he should be back home to defend himself, and, like, yeah, now these guys are, you know, a trident going across, and they probably don't even beat this garrison anymore, right? I know if I was trying to beat that garrison with this army, I would struggle. The hipstone line, yeah.
满怀信念，奋力一战，并非明智之举。
You know, Cao Cao is just, like, raging right now. You know, he expected me to be like, oh, okay, I guess we'll let you hit the vassal. And only 6 Imperial favor is lost. And we get the Shaman, which, like, lets us capture people better? Question mark? Yeah. Dude, Liu Kong is like going up the river at Hu Mao. He is so mad at him. Yeah, but if we don't help over here somewhere, I mean, these wars are going kind of bad, but...
说话小心点儿。
But not, like, actually bad. The Han Empire has 100. How could the Emperor like the Han Empire? After all they've done and not done. In that order. Like, good news, guys. I've determined that we're gonna be able to raise taxes everywhere. Isn't that great? Like, raise them? I'm like, well, first, of course, we'll just... You know... start collecting them. And then we'll raise them.
而不。
Dorsey's back. Back again.
有话快说。
He does not want to work for me. Does anyone? Not really. Other people I'm at war with, do they?
我可没心情。
Yeah, work for me, buddy. We're going to guarantee him autonomy just because we're going to. And that makes a bunch of people pretty happy. Good deal. And it'll make Huangzhou not have an enemy at the gates anymore. Let's see about Minghu. Come on, work for me? No. Now, getting peace with him is worthless, of course, because of what he's like. Alright, Zhonglu's into the fold, and we can get 25k from tributaries. Man, man, man. Pretty good. And Jujun gets, you know, because, well, disciplined for own army, 8 morale for the whole army. Like, that's a pretty good trait early and late, right? That's solid. Anyway, he is grizzled and defiant, and he's 58, but now he's got mighty knockback, and when he gets, you know, we'll get him in an army soon enough, right? That morale, plus the fact that he already has roar, plus the mighty knockback, that'll be worth. Mighty knockback for the retinue, of course. Speaking of, we're going to like, I don't love that we have all these spies in there now, because now they're all in armies, and we don't want to drop them out of here. But I guess we need to now, because otherwise... Well, we can wait. We could wait till the war with Cao Cao is shaken out a little bit. We don't want to just, like, yank 3 of the armies away right now. I did think we would get a cool chance to, like, peel them all away and not have the Imperial favor go down. But we're doing fine on the favor, right? We're very much doing fine. I mean, for taking a level 7... For taking 2 level 7 cities... You know, we lost more taking a tea shop. I'm like, it's so hard to see it. Alright, there we go. It's just unfolding all funny. Alright, now... I mean, he doesn't have an army yet, but going across the bottom is the way to go. Because Wisdom of the River is just so amazing for the blob fights. You throw a Wisdom of the River on and you've got, like, some purple infantry around or whatever. That arbor going away, they're just going to chip them down so good. And, of course, there's other amazing applications for it. Yeah, we're just gonna chase him out. And she hates me. She won't go for the vassalage. All these folk hate me a lot. If we go in this way, yeah, this is better. Because I don't think they're coming down this way because we've got some visibility on them there. And this will at least put some pressure on this quadrant. We can spin up another army. We have enough for 3 more armies. So, you know, maybe next turn we'll get one rolled up in here. Or over here, perhaps. It'd be better to spend 1 turn here getting the Chu infantry and spearmen, or the Chu infantry. Yeah, you know, it would be. It would be. If it was someone that wanted them. Wurong's still alive and kicking. What a guy. Yeah, we'll just chill just a bit longer on him. We'll get something in there. The assignments continue to get people lots of experience and everything's good. Oh my goodness, it's 12:24. Well, at least I started playing at like 11 and not 11:30. Alright. Well, we're gonna end the turn and see what happens. No? Yes. Yes. I will say 38% replenishment is just crazy. Because now, like, Xiahou Yuan, like, no, that's Xiahou Yuan there. Or at least it looks like it is. They're not going to be able to get to us, like, in time at all.
不如互通有无吧。
You want us to declare war on Han Sui? No, let's not. I mean, I know that sounds like a great idea to you, a guy without any land that's on the other side of the world from him.
看看这个，
Liu Bei continues giving us opportunities to make everybody love us.
你我言语
Liu Bei
轻快
super loves us right now, so, you know, that's good. I clicked around on probably 20 dudes. Yuan Bei Hu, war kicking off. All right, yeah, you know.
你我言语轻快如流。
Clearly everybody wants a peace. But, you know, they know that we're at war in other places, and they probably think that's going to make it easier for them to scroll on up. But, of course, that's the point of a web of vassalage. No! They're gonna kill him! What? What? Okay, that's just weird. We'll see what happens. Yeah, hopefully he's not. Just keep on pushing him back, and then we'll try to take out this Panlin person, hopefully, you know, reasonably, but unreasonably if necessary. And yeah, there we go. Because Zhonglu got, you know, because we're friendly there now. But of course, these guys are going to want to be coming across the hills at
吾
us.
等
But
耐性有限，
Cao Cao's at a 2.6, you know. As awesome as it would be to peace out with him, I mean, right now, he's rather on the back foot, and there's no reason to give him peace right now. Dude, if we chip him here...
稳住阵型，挫其锐志。 为了天下大义。
So we're sieging. We've got plenty of supplies. It's just the winter being weird, and we'll be cool there. They don't have an army to help. They don't. This guy's not going to come and help them, I don't think. And if he does, this army is legit, right? Yeah, yeah. It's got a roar. And mighty knockback and cataphracts, and she's got... Yeah, you know, this army can brawl. But there's no help from Cao Cao coming, because Huangzhong is right here, and we know that there's no help from Cao Cao coming. Alright, do we take Chen first, or... Because we can get to Chen, I think... That's better. It says he was taken from looters by Chogo, so I think it was just a bug. Hopefully it was just a bug. But anyway, units getting super tuned up there, but now we're here, and they still have this farmland, but that is just fine. Perhaps someone will shuffle them off of it, but Liu Chi's force can get... Like right here in ambush. We'll lose a little bit for being out, but yeah, we got 20 from the reserves. Oh, it's an ancient capital. Gives you more prestige. That's cool. But we move in there, there, and there. The vassals are here. And of course, I mean, Cao Cao got roundly stomped here. But we were ready, you know. He was waiting for our food deal to go through, but we just made him too mad. You know, get wrecked.
恢复原样，齐心协力。
He's a level 5 sentinel with a silver sword. You know, he probably beats this garrison. But if we raise like one mighty hero. He gets there in one turn. I don't really think it's worth just a sacrificial army.
奋力一战，
胸怀中正。
All Say, do we want to rescue the Emperor leaving to Liu? Well, I kind of always thought that we would eventually rescue him, right? Well, we have enough. We just need another army. We need another army somewhere.
“为了天下苍生。”
心
And
如
we'll get
止
our
水，
daughter into this
气聚
force.
神凝。
And this sharpened blade guy. And he'll be the commander. And this guy will be able to fill up on Shu infantry.
“定筹壮志。”
有何吩咐？
And then they'll be able to, you know, go over here or do something. Said it before, it's not as cut as dry, use destroy. Yeah. Abstract, I was thinking, okay, we deal with Cao Cao, and then we look over and we realize, oh man, the Emperor's right there. Is Li Jue really being a good steward? But, I mean, can Li Jue be said to be unwise here? I mean, sure, he declared Tongji an enemy of the Han, but guy's kind of a jerk, you know? I mean, like, he's hardly being a bro. But at least we hit Duchy, like, right after them. And, you know, we basically did everything we needed to do right on pace.
这对你我都有利。
Oof. Well. Oof. Game claim we're basically all the Southland from Chu to just as Liu Bei was about at war. Well, you know. Alright, so do we... Normally I'm like, always go for it. I mean, Song is... The thing is that although they are strong, they are very far away from all the land we care about. And it doesn't... It's not going to be easy for them to get at us, right? It's not. So... I mean, if they want to brawl, they want to brawl. Why put it off indeed?
你我言语轻快如流，朋友，看看这个。 深思熟虑，则
And it
事
makes
半
us,
功倍。
super reliable. And, all of our vassals do like it when we show up for the wars.
还是贸易赚钱快，
Liu Bei, you got a lot of gall after all the wars we've been
如此
into
只得作罢。
on your account. Inviting us to another one. And Mengho Confederate Dongtana. Well, there you go. Gaogan requested this war? Gaogan. Like, just roll me anyone who's in an army that I want to get more experience, and we'll take them. Just anyone that's in an army. Anyone. Oh, that was the Yumin. Should have chosen her. Alright, we're taking the next one that comes up. Chenwu, you get it. Looks like another... Oh, look at that. 15% range damage this spouse's army. So it looks like it's time for her to marry somebody. Oh, she's already married. Oh, she's married to Hongzhi. Well. Sorry, buddy. I mean, do we do it? I mean, it is rude, but... She impressed with Huang Zhong instead, she's like, that's a real archer. Yeah, there you go. And he's like, yeah, it's good to be of the ageless strength. And she seems like she'll be an excellent fighter in an army too, we can get her out there. Armor enables terror, which is like just so good, but all right, wonderful stuff. And of course now, like with all of the stacked effects, I mean, look at the damage there. 63 with 52 arrows in the quiver. Good stuff indeed. Gets to level 4, that all-important mighty knockback. Yeah, so they can't even get at us yet. I think we could just, like, sit still here. That's the thing about great public order, right? It is its own ward, and with a lot of these recruitment hubs for the Jin guys, like, they're going to get pretty cheap, and they're very excellent. Those yellow cav, I believe in them, right? Wen Ping gets up to level 6. We have got to get him into an army, right? We can't have level 6 people out there wandering around, not getting into an army. Aha, Xiahou Yun. Well, this army is going to get here right on time.
出发。回家的感
And
觉
he's
真
already
不错。
he's already suffering attrition because he started walking in the winter. And of course we still are a little, you know, a little bit weakened from getting mustered up, but here with the walls, that's going to be just perfect. Amazing. He's an opportunist, so, you know, you don't want to really pay him anything to join the coalition. Whenever I see cunning, I'm like, we're just gonna get rid of them. Promote them. After all, they could be anything. Shin Fu is a hunter. What does a hunter do? Comes with the clay fish. Good enough. Clay fish is worth that much money. Starts with the flames. I mean, now we're alright. We're gonna have enough of those guys. This guy gets a tower. He is old, but, you know. But now, yeah, so Liu Bei moves back up here, and I guess they're taking attrition because he's so broke because he, you know, is my vassal and can't afford it.
朋友，欢迎。
That's exactly what's going on. And we're even paying him a little bit. And after all of that, we're still at 62 Imperial favor, right? And we have cut him in half. I mean, worse than in half, because although he is cut in half, half of his forces are just like, you know, what if he recruits at Lingjing, right? Because he doesn't have any other cities. But this is, you know, we might be getting something out of here, right?
奋力一战，一统天下。为了天下苍生。
And we'll just encircle them for a turn or two. I mean, actually, no, it's not smart, is it?
消灭敌军。
No, I mean, maybe it is, because maybe they'll attack me, right? Yeah, because, yeah, this is smart, because they will attack me, because if it says valiant defeat, they'll believe that. Probably. And they don't get tower. Oh, they do get towers. It's this one. Well, we've got fire arrows here in the event that we have to do it, but hopefully they'll attack me, right? And then that will let us not lose the favor for it. And we just roll all the way up, figuring, you know, like, hey, what are they gonna do? Something about it? Nah, they won't do nothing. You know, maybe we should give this to him. It removes his matched combat thing, but your granduncle took an arrow than you wouldn't have happened if you had the shield, yeah. Because just, I mean, it's fine enough damage. This is... Yeah, this is silver quality on the shield thing, so, I mean, gives him a ton of evasion, range block. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, it's just better. Yeah, I mean, it's just better than these. We don't want him to duel anyway, right?
目标召集商贾，我要视察一下他们的货物。为了天下大义。
This little crummy force, I really don't know what he thinks he's gonna do with it, but probably didn't think that far ahead. Like, does he come up here in his? I doubt it. I think we'd beat him anyway, right? Yeah, he's just got a crummy little force here. I mean, not that ours is too good, but no, we've got real weapons on hers. And we are one season away. You know, the timing push was so close to being ready for the war. If, you know, because if I had my dream, the war would have been starting, like, you know, a season or two from now. This is obviously better. This is very obviously better, right? Because this fool has come in from the mountains, already attriting, like, this little block here, right here in Jing, like, the Duchy of Chu here. It's not bad land to be from. It feels like it would be. because the river's annoying, and Nanmen's not that far away, a little bit far, but you know, and like there's just all this weird terrain. But when you've just got this little block here in Nanyang and Xiangyang, like it's so hard to get in here, coming in this way. I mean, assuming you have friends. once they get into the cookie jar, what are you gonna do? But we are rolling on in this way, and Cao Cao's gonna be split, and then hopefully we'll get him here and then push him all the way back. I would love for this jerk to be over here and not my problem. Another building here is good, and we've got enough food to do it, right? It's just 6 more, yeah.
虽然此地百姓算不上多，但总归是有人。
Because, you know, because when you're in the Central Plains too, and you want to be there, if somebody on the other side of the river declares war on you, you know from experience how incredibly obnoxious it is to get onto the river.
那就下次吧。
But you know, we got our network of vassals, and we got we got everything basically exactly when we needed to. You know, it could also have been that us building all these armies made them think that we were bad. Alright, they depleted all these supplies. We'll be alright. Oh, we didn't do the faction council. Okay, let's...
如今天绝炎流，汉作已终，天下万姓无
Or
不
did I
盼
do it
主
way
公
earlier in
建
the
作
turn?
登
I
基。
don't remember.
主公今如飓风席卷八荒，必当扫清前路，一统天朝。
I need to go to bed. We did already do it. Alright, well, good news is I need to go to bed. Going to bed. Well, what an amazing time. And, you know, the plot has thickened, you know. Enemies to the right of us, enemies to the left, above and beneath. But, you know, we've got a coalition of the willing. We've got 40 nations ready to roll, son! And, they'll know they had a fight. They will know they had a fight ere too long. Gonna keep on getting these armies spun up, try to get some experience, get our people cool, and then when we get any kind of lull at all, we're gonna try to roll Liu Qi's army up with Yuan Anyang and see about all that. I'm not gonna play in the morning, won't have too long to play before work, but I'll definitely be doing a lot of brainstorming about what form we want these armies to take. You know, what needs to happen and where. Because I was gonna put like Chengpu with them, which is still fine, but he's like so good that maybe have him in another army, you know, that lets them really shine. Because there's something to be said with having 2 super heavy hitters and 1 amazing strategist in an army. But if you can make do with just 1, well, now you've got that force multiplier in another army. And, well, I can't wait. I'm having so much fun with this. When am I ever going to play another game? No. I've got other games on deck. That was a long time since I played this one. Must have been more than half a year, so. Great fun. Just so engaging, just diplomatically and, like, strategically in a way that if I did this sort of stuff in Warhammer, it would feel cheesy or whatever, because there's not really that much of a depth of interaction. Really, just like, I guess I just like playing house, you know? I just like finding good and respectable wives for my clan and watching our bouncing children grow up and become warlords. Like, to me, that's as good as it gets. It's every bit as good as cleansing the entire world of chaos to, like, find a couple awesome wives for the people that we care about and see everybody thrive and flourish, to drive our enemies before us and hear their lamentations as they get pushed way beyond the Yellow River. Can't run far enough from us. We will always be there. But anyway, good night. Man, I was supposed to go to bed an hour ago. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Luke, always a pleasure. And good times. Aphid Lord, good to see you. But yeah, man, this is awesome. And so much of it is just because the mod does what the game didn't, and it gives you access to a lot of interesting units through the course of a campaign. Because if we're under the normal regime, you get boring units upon boring units. Right where we're at now, we would just get the good, boring units. And only if we, like, spend all of the recruitment points to a capstone do we get the one thing, you know? And now we get Onyx Dragons for being level 7, you know? Sure, it kind of stings not being able to get a trebuchet whenever I want one, but all in all, just a better system. I'm having a great time. I want to play about 20 factions. This is probably going to be the best one, though. This is probably going to be the best one, but we'll see. Good night.